Parish President remarks and report. Mr. Jewell.
Thank you, Chairwoman. I'll let them get the presentation up on the screen real quick. Thank you. All right. First, we'll just start with an update on Kelowna and what's been going on out there. We've had 8 trailers that have been handed over, and we'll be turning over 5 more this week, and the remaining 3 next week. There's a few small punch list items for these trailers. Hose here, or fixing of a door latch over there. So small items, but we do have residents who've moved in, and we are glad to see that improve for those residents on there. I know Councilwoman Lysandra Gordon is also working on some mailboxes going out there. I'll let her make that remark really quickly after this report. Over to Ida Sheltering, since we're talking about trailers, I wanted to take that opportunity to update the council on all of the Ida trailers that you've seen throughout the parish. You've seen them in your districts, in front of homes. So we'll start with this. These are just some statistics. So from August of last year, we had 486. Think of that number as families. It is roughly 1-to-1, so trailer to family, but there are a few exceptions where some larger families have 2 trailers, and you may be aware of that in some of your districts. But as you can see now, we are down to about 340 trailers as of February 2023. This is and so you saw just August of last year now, but sheltered ever. So 554 families have been sheltered, 214 have transitioned, and there are currently 340 families still being sheltered by the Ida Sheltering Program. And I want to make that distinction, not FEMA trailers, Ida Sheltering from the state. This is just a breakdown of those groups. So 226 currently are owners, and 114 are renters. Shelter type, you have 35 families sheltered at the group site, which is RPM, and then the other 305 are sheltered on some sort of private property, either theirs or a family member that has allowed it. This is recovery progress assessments. So if you look at the key there, you can see the breakdown. Number 1 is repairs remaining, which is roof, windows, doors, utilities may not be functioning. You have 103 of those. 2, it means repairs are complete for the roof, but there's at least some sort of temporary coverings on windows, doors, and most of the utilities are not functioning. You have 131 of those. Repairs complete on number 3, repairs complete for roof, windows, and doors. Most utilities are functioning. You have 13. And then number 4, all repairs are complete for roof, windows, and doors, and all utilities are functioning. So that means at this point in time, those are the people where they're at in their transition. I do want to mention that we are also tracking the people that have not transitioned, where they're at in their permit process. Do they have a permit? Do they not have a permit? And Ida Sheltering is looking at this as well. Important to note that Ida Sheltering, again from the state of Louisiana, is looking to end this program as of May 31st of 2023. This is some information that just got to us on Friday of last week, and so that's why we felt it was important to put it in this slideshow. They are also going to be giving that information to the residents who are currently being sheltered. The families who are currently being sheltered, they're doing more of a check-in with them, being a little bit more aggressive as to finding out where they are in their transitioning process, and letting them know that that the program is ending on May 31st. Now, there are going to be some exceptions if you're if you are imminently waiting on an elevation grant they may give you some leniency because your home's about to be elevated, but they're going to be transitioning people. Additionally, on the FEMA side, they are currently being charged rent, and I was told that in the next few months that rent will be going up to fair market value. And so I've heard of residents saying that that's going to be, depending on where they are in the parish, around $1,500 to $1,800 a month. And that's a program that's designed to help people transition. There are going to be some exceptions to that as well, but they'll have to apply through FEMA for those exceptions. Next slide. This is just the residence type information. You get 40 apartments, 168 homes, 116 mobile homes, 7 townhomes, 7 travel trailers. You can see 57 people did have flood insurance, 282 did not have flood insurance. And then homeowners insurance, 247 did not have homeowners insurance, and 92 did. Okay, this is just barriers to recovery. This is what the residents are telling the state or Aptum as they're in the transition project. So the vast majority of them, 225, are lack of funds. You have 14 who can't find contractors. You have 8 who had a contractor walk off the job. 6 are claiming shortage of materials. 77 are looking for affordable rental and can't find it. 77 are also appealing insurance. 10 are appealing FEMA. 5 are waiting for an elevation grant, and 73 are classified as other, and I'm still waiting to get more information on what other truly means. Okay, next. Okay, that looks like that's it on there. Over on to a public works update. Some rotten culverts were pulled out of St. Jude Street. This actually goes from the backfield behind Red Church all the way to the canal on the other side of St. Jude Street. So they took the opportunity as well to up the pipe from a 24-inch culvert to I think it's like a 30-inch arched, was it? 30-inch arch, so making an improvement there. And basically this is what it looks like is a relief valve off of that back ditch, and it kind of allows water to shortcut over into the canal. So the neighborhood is greatly appreciative, and our guys did a great job. Over on the West Bank, you have Sellers Avenue and First Street. Our road crews are repairing collapsed junction boxes on the corner of Sellers Avenue and First Street in Luling. A resident had actually complained about a pothole right here, and upon further investigation, we found that it was an entirely collapsed culvert, so those guys are repairing that. Okay, Christmas tree recycling program. Christmas trees from the West Bank were placed in Semino Pond as a part of the coastal restoration efforts. The tree recycling program was started by the state in the late 80s, 1986 to be exact, and the parish has continued the effort of tree recycling, and it has showed measurable success both in Semino Ponds and the LaBranche wetlands area. I think there's still some East Bank trees that are waiting to go out to their location, and we'll let y'all know when that happens as well. So not only are they creating a way to build up sediment in the area, but they've also contributed to enhancing wildlife in that area. Mardi Gras in St. Charles Parish, we want to highlight the crew of G-Old Timers and the Arc Ball. They had a great time. The annual crew of G-Old Timers and Arc Ball were on Thursday and Friday, respectively, before Mardi Gras. Both events were tremendous, and I want to just thank our Parks and Recs team, Parks and Recreation team, RSVP, along with help from the United Way, the St. Charles Parish Public School Foundation, the Arc of St. Charles, the Council on Aging. Our Satellite Center students were amazing. They came out and helped serve and bus tables, and they did a great job. Over onto parades, we had a successful carnival season this year. As you heard Pastor Hines say, that there were no arrests in regards to our parades, which is a huge deal. Our parish employees did a great job setting up, not only preparing by making sure all of the right-of-ways and roads were safe without ledges, but also making sure that potholes and and portalets and barricades were put up as well. So big shout out to those guys for all the work that they do, and the work they did cleaning up afterwards. It looks a lot better after that. And if we're still utilizing trash as a metric for a successful Mardi Gras, I'm guessing it was successful because there was plenty out there. Additionally, just lastly, I'd like to thank the Sheriff's Office for keeping all of us safe while we were out there, and the first responders during the festivities. The Luling and Zalman's parades are going to air on SCP TV, Cox Channel 6, at 11 a.m. and 4 p.m. and 9 p.m. daily, so that residents who weren't able to make it or they want to go relive it, they can see Nicky Dufresne on the construction float. They'll be able to see that in his full glory. Wetland Watchers Park, we want to thank the Rotary Club of St. Charles Parish for coming out to Wetland Watchers Park on Saturday for their day of service. They recently gave the Parks and Recreation a $5,000 grant to help restore the park, and it included painting of fencing, picking up garbage, and helping to work on the gazebo, as well as to rebuild the boardwalk. So we're appreciative of the folks who came out and helped out with that. Okay, we're going to have summer camp registration. These are going to be going up on all of our various platforms, websites, and we're going to break it out for our residents. But you got 2023 Swamp School. They're going to have 4 registration dates. You see them on the screen there. 1 registration date for each session. This is one that fills up really quickly, so we are encouraging residents to be really quick and pay attention when it comes out, because it is first come, first serve. Registration dates are on March 4th, 11th, and 18th, as well as March 25th. We're also going to have some Ochsner agility clinics. Registration dates May 1st and May 31st. Summer flag football camp, June 1st to June 30th, as well as the Ochsner Tackle Football Academy, July 1st through July 30th. And thanks for everybody who's involved in that. If you need more information, you can always visit scpparksandrec.com, or you can call 985-783-5090. Again, those additional registrations are going to open in May. As we're kind of rounding out Black History Month, we want to talk about our Martin Luther King book drive. Volunteers have collected more than 1,000 books for the children of St. Charles Parish in the annual MLK book drive. Thanks to all who donated, and to the Bay Afro-Luling chapter and Toys of Tots for their contributions. Books are currently being divided and delivered to our local schools. And with that, before I end my report, I just wanted to introduce Ms. Flo Dumas with Entergy, who is going to be taking over from Paula. You all know Paula. Paula will be handling the Bayou area, and Flo, who is a resident of St. John Parish, or St. James? St. James Parish, is going to be covering the river parishes. So we will be distributing her contact information to all of y'all. If you have a question about any kind of Entergy issue in your parish, she has been with Entergy for a long time, and so she knows all the ropes. Flo, if you want to come up and say a few words, you're more than welcome to.
Good afternoon. Thanks, Mr. Matt, for that introduction there. I have been with Entergy for 35 years. Actually handle St. James, St. John, and now St. Charles. So I am the River Parish Queen. Okay, so just wanted to make you aware that if you need anything, just let me know. Paula has been a good role model as far as mentoring me with everyone, getting on board with contact information. But if you ever need anything, I really look forward to working with you all. And if you need anything, you do have my card. I did hand those out to you this afternoon. So thank you again, and I appreciate it.
Thank you, Ms. Flo. Also, really quickly, wanted to turn it over to Lysandra to talk about Kelowna and what she has planned for tomorrow.
Yes, thank you. On tomorrow, there is a group of engineers that will be out in Kelowna on Schoolhouse Road from Shell that will be installing mailboxes for 11 residents. And it will begin at 9 and they hope to end at 12.
All right, thank you. That concludes my report.